I'm Chef Christine Cushing, and I'm on a mission to teach terrible cooks how to become fearless in the kitchen. Today I'm working with Michelle. She goes from burnt and bland to facing her fears baking for a room full of VIPs.
I'm scared of these people.
Can she prove her prowess in the kitchen to her very critical family?
I don't want to know.
This has to be good.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull this off. Oh my God. Christine, please don't leave me.
Michelle is a busy single mom with a 7-year-old boy. She's an awesome mother, but a terrible cook.
One of the worst cooks you could ever come across.
Michelle is clueless in the kitchen.
My son, Jamal, he knows that I am a terrible cook.
She just calls me and say, taste this. I say it's fine, but it's not really fine.
My food comes out burnt and bland.
I said to her, sweetie, you should just get some help before you go back into the kitchen.
I may substitute once in a while. What's the big deal? I use jam instead of sugar, whatever.
It's nasty.
Sometimes I think I'm a great cook. Next thing, everything's burnt. Ooh. As soon as I start to feel I'm messing up, then I start shaking. And then I start thinking, oh my goodness, is there a plan B? I need to feed my child.
My job is to take her from helpless to fearless and spice up her cooking for her family. How do you feel in the kitchen?
Nervous. I'm not relaxed because it's not just me critiquing the food. I have other people coming over
And in your head, you're thinking they're gonna critique it already.
My mom's an excellent cook. Her standards are very high. And I'm still fumbling to make the most basic food.
Okay, so now it's really critical that I watch you cook on your own.
Okay,
I want you to make me some chicken fingers.
I'm trying not to worry. I want to stay calm so I can think clearly.
Here's a bunch of ingredients you can choose from. You don't have to use them all. Do what comes naturally to you, or unnaturally, whatever the case may be.
Okay, chicken fingers. Look, there's crumbs here. I'm not sure what these spices are. I think this is cumin, maybe? You know, I think this is coconut. Mm-mm. You're not gonna like that.
Michelle really just gets nervous and tense in the kitchen. And she hasn't got a clue about spices. She actually thought sea salt was coconut.
Couple of shells. It's gonna be crunchy anyway. So usually around this time when I'm frying, I usually go open the front door because I know the smoke's coming. Okay, that is some super high heat.
The temperature in that pan is smoking hot. I can smell that butter a mile away, and it is burnt.
That's a serious burn smell. It's not bad. I'll fix it up. Make it work. It's a little darker than I wanted it to be. They have no flavor. I know that. I can feel it. Look at this. A little bit of sauce. Look at that. Just drizzle that. Ooh.
Okay. I have to taste. Dry, burnt, bland. That really had a very sawdust taste about it. There is absolutely no moisture left in that chicken figure. It is nasty.
Oh, boy.
You taste it.
It looks...
It looks pretty good to you?
It looks not bad.
I can hear the crunching from here.
Okay. Yuck.
There's all kinds of stuff we need to worry about with these chicken fingers. Coming up, is Michelle ready to say sayonara to sawdust?
I'm starting to go crazy at this point.
And later, she tackles her fear head on and gets a big surprise.
Oh my God.
Michelle is a disaster in the kitchen. So I've got a plan to spice up her cooking and create a meal that her son and family will actually eat. It's time to give her some basic techniques and to get her excited and confident in the kitchen. Okay, Michelle, so we're gonna make some awesome chicken fingers now.
Great.
So remember you combined the breadcrumbs and the flour?
I did.
First I'm gonna show you a good technique is you first dip it in the flour, then it goes in the egg, and then in a crumb type mixture. And that gives you a nice crispier crust on the outside. So now you're gonna give me a little salt and pepper in the egg wash.
Okay.
I'm also using a coarse salt, which is this Malden salt, which you thought was coconut.
Right.
I find that this salt adds a nice little texture too. I'm gonna dippity-do in here.
Okay.
I thought to give these a little tropical flair, I'm gonna add some shredded coconut to the breadcrumbs.
That looks good.
Fresh chopped mint. And already it takes these chicken fingers to a whole nother level.
Oh, and I like to introduce Jamal to different flavors because he wants to be in there with me. He's like, Mommy, can I stir? I usually say, you know what, just come back in a bit. Yeah.
It's all about sometimes getting a few little tips. When you were frying your chicken fingers, you had a lot of oil and a lot of butter in there, and the butter was burning. So as an alternative, I had the pan heating up in the oven, and I'm gonna drizzle some vegetable oil on it.
Okay.
Then I put the chicken fingers right on, or the skewers, more oil on top so that they get crispy.
Ooh, nice. Okay, good to know.
So it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And then you're not gonna get all that oil absorbing
Yeah, and I
in
don't
them.
want it either way.
Exactly, but you want them to be moist,
And
right?
I want them to be crispy. So this is really good.
Good technique?
Yeah. I'm already feeling like I'm light years ahead of where I used to be because before I didn't understand the technique behind it.
Oh, look at that golden color. So a beautiful little plate with the great papaya dipping sauce.
Oh, that looks so beautiful.
Does that not look
Oh my
great?
goodness, my son would go crazy if he saw this.
Okay, are we gonna dip in?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a far cry from sawdust, right?
Completely. Oh my, I don't understand how I can make chicken fingers taste like sawdust, and in 15 minutes we have these gourmet chicken fingers. They're amazing.
I love that Michelle is excited. She's learning that the proper technique equals great flavor. But we've only just begun. Michelle really still has a long way to go. Okay, Michelle, now that we've done a little cooking 101, I know you like some spicy food. So how are you incorporating spices right now?
I basically keep all my spices in here. Fancy. Yeah, I don't even remember what these seeds are. It might be a spice blend. I don't know.
Best tip I can give you? They're going bye-bye.
No.
Garbage. I think you really need organized, visible, new, fresh. I'm gonna take you out of the kitchen and introduce you to some spices. It's time for Michelle to learn how to use spice correctly. We're heading to one of my favorite spice shops to make a Caribbean spice blend. We're gonna use this later when I show Michelle how to make a roti that'll rival her grandmother's. This is the Spice Trader. What I want to have you do is some active tasting. I want to see if you can identify them.
Okay.
And it's all going to be done blindfolded. So you can't see them. You're just going to be able to taste them. Okay, so you can't see?
I can't even.
Totally can't see. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start with number 1.
All right.
And the taste is going to be on a little apple wedge because the apple is fairly neutral. Okay.
Coriander?
Yes.
Woo!
Good one. Woo! Ding, ding, ding.
High five.
Coriander. That's. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I'm like, where is she not giving me the high five? Okay, here comes. You're going in for the taste now. Here comes the turmeric. Here comes the turmeric. Hello. Okay, so you got 2 out of 2. Duh. Okay, here comes number 3.
I'm gonna say clove. I don't know.
No, that's allspice.
Oh,
pretty
that's
close.
right. No, you know, I was thinking cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yeah,
and then
allspice.
I couldn't remember. Wow.
Okay. Starting out pretty good with the spices, but then, you know, taking a bit of a nosedive. And for the taste,
Anise?
ginger.
Clove again.
That is paprika. Choo, choo, choo. Nutmeg. Cinnamon.
Oh.
I think it's one thing to identify a spice, and then it's another thing to know how much of each to put in. Now we're going to create a custom Caribbean spice blend that Michelle will use to spice up a roti when we go back to her kitchen.
Generally for a Caribbean blend, we're gonna use quite a bit of cumin and the allspice, thyme, a little bit of coriander seed, black pepper, and the brown mustard seed. Like a painter, you will throw things in if you really like them, and you'll notice your own flavors that you like to cook with will start kind of coming through as well. Hold it and just go around in a circle.
Look at that.
See
Oh, mama.
That's
How you like that?
That's sick. That's so good.
Yeah.
So we've got our Caribbean blend, and Allison, if you could please put it in a tin for us.
Sure.
We're gonna take it back to your kitchen, spice things up over there.
When I go back home, I'm gonna be blending a lot more spices and going in there with a lot more confidence.
That's the kind of confidence I'm gonna need from Michelle if she's gonna succeed at the challenges I've got in store for her. Okay, Michelle, this is where we get to have fun with your customized Caribbean spices, and we're gonna make a chickpea and vegetable curry roti.
I know my mother's roti, I know my grandmother's roti. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull this off.
Coming up, Michelle's in the hot seat. Will she melt down or make it work?
No, that's it!
And in the end, will she finally prove to her family that she can cook?
And you're looking forward to it, right?
I'm scared of these people.
Michelle is a terrible cook with zero confidence.
Sometimes I think I'm a great cook. Next thing, everything's burnt.
Together, we made delicious tropical chicken fingers
My son would go crazy if he saw this.
and learned all about spices.
Oh, mama.
So let's see how she does in the kitchen, cooking a Caribbean classic with me. Okay, Michelle, this is where we get to have fun with your customized Caribbean spices, and we're gonna make a chickpea and vegetable curry roti.
I know my mother's roti, I know my grandmother's roti. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull this off.
With that kind of an attitude, it's gonna be so tough for me to get Michelle to cook an entire meal for her family all by herself. This might not be a traditional roti like how your family makes it, but I've simplified it. So I'm thinking like a nice heaping teaspoon,
Okay.
because we know we want this to be flavorful.
So this goes in as is?
It's gonna go in
Okay.
as is. So the potatoes actually also creating a bit of a thickening agent in here. It's gonna make it a bit more creamy.
Okay.
So chicken stock, chickpeas to go in now. Coconut milk, look at this.
Oh my goodness, it smells so good.
When I now smell this, I am in the
Yeah.
tropics.
Seeing the potatoes break up, seeing the sauce thicken, everything's going well.
So we can see what it looks like. Mama, I'm gonna do it just open face like this.
This is great food for Jamal too, because he loves to eat with his hands.
Oh, so this will be perfect for him. I'm dying for you to taste this now.
Coriander, cumin, allspice.
Taste it all.
I don't think my family would believe it that I made that with Christine.
This is all really good.
Yeah.
But now we are going on a big challenge.
Oh boy.
I'm taking Michelle to work in a professional kitchen where she's gonna have to make a technically difficult spice dessert at an exclusive high-end dinner. If she can pull this off, making a meal for her family should be a snap. But that's a big if. So, feast your eyes. This is going to be an exclusive wine dinner for the Cambridge Wine Club that you will be cooking for. You are dessert.
Oh my
we gotta
God.
get a move on.
Christine, please don't leave me. Right now, I want to run out of the room. I'm actually preparing a dessert for all these dignitaries.
Ladies, here is your station for the night.
Okay.
This is our station tonight. Don't get in their way.
Okay.
It'll be ugly. I'll make sure you're on time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you so
Okay,
much. All right,
good
I'm
luck.
gonna check in with you. Thanks. So this is your recipe. We're gonna really echo those flavor spices. These are gonna be a spicy molten chocolate lava cake. These are the ones with the soft, ooey gooey centers. We have to make 48 of them. This has to be good. If this is bad, you know what happens to me.
But there's an exit.
I'm back on the hot dog stand. You just gotta make me proud. That's all there is to it. So
Wow. I have no idea what a chocolate lava cake is. I don't know anything about a restaurant kitchen. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to stand. Everyone's busy. I mean, it's intense in here. I don't feel comfortable here at all.
we gotta keep in mind we have a time limit here, right?
We need 18 eggs. I've never even...
18 eggs.
My daughter, she's 3.5. She breaks great eggs already.
Buttered sugar, flour.
Just like that. Now, add your eggs a couple at a time. Make sure it doesn't.
Okay.
Whoa. Well. So now the next thing you gotta do is actually chop that chocolate to melt it. So she's got all the ingredients. It looks like she's getting organized. You know, maybe she's gonna pull this together after all.
Oh, no, that's not right. I need a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This is half, right?
That's a half a teaspoon.
Okay,
So you
just
can
want to
do
make
two
sure.
of those and it
Okay,
should
great.
work well.
Just want to make sure because a whole teaspoon of cayenne pepper scared me. I wasn't sure if that would be
So
enough.
you want a whole teaspoon in there?
Yeah, 1 teaspoon.
Wait,
Sounds like a lot.
wait. 1 teaspoon?
Yeah, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
No,
Seems like a lot to
A
me.
quarter teaspoon.
A quarter teaspoon.
It's way
It's
too
gonna be
much.
too spicy.
Oh gosh, that's 4 times the amount. Wait, we gotta do it again. This has to go.
Holy cow, guys. Let's get it together here.
Oh my goodness, what are we gonna
That's
do?
okay.
Can we really start over?
So Michelle added a teaspoon of cayenne instead of a quarter teaspoon, which is 4 times the amount. So we had to throw that out, start all over again.
I quadrupled the amount of cayenne pepper I was supposed to put in. I mean, this is supposed to be fast. We're in a restaurant. I'm starting to go crazy at this point.
I put in the cayenne pepper, the allspice. Let's see.
I think I should check the chocolate.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it looks good, only it's not in the cake. All right, so let me do a little checklist. We've greased our pans, but we did not coat them in sugar yet.
I'm gonna run out of sugar.
And we need 60 of these little squares. Cut them, but cut them evenly, right?
No.
Okay. How are you guys doing on mains, please?
We're doing very well. This
Okay.
course is almost gone, so you guys better be ready to go.
Scoop. I think the scoop could be good. Why don't you try that? Yeah, great, perfect. Okay, immersed. I think we should top it up a little bit. She's getting the hang of it.
No.
Ah, finally, something's working right. Something's gonna get into the oven.
You've got about 10 minutes to get this cooked, out of the tray, onto the table.
8 minutes. 8 minutes exactly.
Okay.
Lift it! Can you stand this? Michelle is back there. She's plating. What's going on? She is living it. Well, yeah, I think we're good to go. These guys are good. It's a molten chocolate cake, so a little soft in the center. Do you like that?
Wow.
Nice.
They're fantastic.
Really? No, of course.
That's really very good. Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I got almost all of my cakes out perfectly. I was so proud of myself. The challenge scared me to death at first, I have to tell you that. I was scared I wanted to run out the exit, but everything came together.
I'm blown away, but now, do you think you're ready to cook for the family?
I mean, my confidence is high. I don't know how long I can hold on to that though, because they're pretty critical.
Michelle knows that her son, her siblings, and her best friend are coming over for the very first time for a meal that she's cooked for them. But she has absolutely no idea that I've cooked up one last twist. In a few moments, her biggest critic is gonna surprise the heck out of her. Family and friends are coming over, and you are going to make a chicken, sweet potato, and tomato Moroccan tagine.
I have never even heard of a Moroccan mandala. Butterflies are in my stomach, rumbling all over the place. Prep vegetables. Okay. I've never cooked a meal for my family ever in my life.
How can that be?
Because I'm scared of these people. Oh, that's hot. Ow. I don't want mashed potato in there. And I think I should turn this down a bit. I'm just worried a little bit.
The panic is starting to kick in a little bit, so I just want her to relax.
Woo. Okay.
All right.
Take a deep breath. Please be seated, and I will serve you in a few minutes. I'm so nervous right now.
I think this is history in the making. Yes, this is good.
First meal.
Yeah, first meal by Michelle.
You're looking forward to it, right?
I just want to impress them. I want them to know I can actually cook a meal that's not going to burn, that's not going to be too salty, that's going to be great, and just nail it. Oh my God. I'm very happy that you came. Oh my goodness. Thank you for coming. I'm like, why is Christine black? So funny. Please just enjoy and open your mind to something new. My mother is there. Is this gonna be good enough?
It's like the best meal ever. Very good.
Do you?
Chicken is very good, tender, very nice.
Give me another spoon. It's a good meal.
Thank you.
Michelle, I'm so impressed. I'm really enjoying your meal and I hope you keep on cooking.
Thank you.
I think Michelle deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
So